I am exhausted with influencers. Every day I get on threads and I see post after post by an influencer talking about their lack of reach on Instagram in 2024. I don't know why the algorithm keeps serving me these things, but it's driving me crazy. I've tried to add to the conversation and share maybe my perspective, which if I was to sum it up for you, it's simply that you never owned the platform, you never owned your account, you are the product. So it's hard to get upset and mad at something you have no control over. But that's beside the point. I'm not an influencer, so maybe I don't have skin in the game. But this video is not about the problems because I don't even think Instagram is the smartest place for photographers to share their work in 2024. Now, there are some really cool things in development for the photography community. One of them is an app called Photo. I met this guy last year through this channel. You guys can watch that video. I linked it right above. And while that app is still a ways off from being like completely out in public, I do think that diversifying where you share your work is wise. And I do think that in a public forum, which would be like an app or a platform that is widely accepted, you can potentially find really good things like collaborations, community, and get your work seen efficiently and effectively. That is why I think in 2024, the absolute best place to share your photography is on YouTube. I'm gonna walk you through 5 reasons why I feel this way and share some of my personal experiences and thoughts as well. Also, if this is your first time here, my name is Dave. I am a photographer from the Bay Area of California. Thank you guys for watching, and be sure to subscribe to this channel. I post 2 videos a week unless something goes horribly wrong. The first reason why I think YouTube is the best place for photographers in 2024, you probably already have a YouTube account. And if you don't have one and you're watching this not signed in, it's super easy to make a YouTube account and fill it out. It's no more difficult than it is to make an Instagram profile or some other social media app. It is super easy to just use the account you have or get one started. You don't need a ton of assets like you would maybe on a website or on a portfolio page or something. You just literally need a profile picture and a header, and you're good to go. The second thing is that you do not need any more gear than what you already have to start your photography YouTube channel. I've got a friend named Sam down in LA. He recently launched a channel where he just uses a GoPro strapped to his chest and he goes on photo walks. He doesn't do this. He doesn't talk to the camera. He just goes on a photo walk. You see what he sees and he shoots film and takes photos, and then you see the photos as he's seeing it. It is a wonderful, beautiful experience. Give Sam a follow, I linked him right below. But Sam didn't go out and buy a whole bunch of gear to start a channel, he just had a vision. I want to take people on my photo walks. So he's using a GoPro and taking people on photo walks, and it's awesome. You can easily add video clips to your photography by using your photography camera because it likely has video capabilities. Even my own personal journey, when I launched this channel, I was recording video on a Sony a7R III. That camera is not known for video. That's a photography camera that shot video secondary, and I used it in the very beginning of this channel for the videos that I did. Now, of course, I've upgraded this stuff and I have different tools now, but this channel launched with what I already had. Now, yes, if you're going to do some talking head stuff like this, you're gonna need a few things. Probably the most important thing you'll need is a good light. When I started this channel, I just had this cheap small rig light that I used and it got the job done. Today, I'm a Hobolite ambassador, and that brings us to today's sponsor, Hobolite. Hobolite is probably the best looking, most well-designed light experience you can have. When you unbox it, it just feels so premium. From the leather on the case and the cloth to the leather on the lights to the weight to the LCD screen, like everything about the design is basically perfection. And if you've watched my videos before, maybe you can see that this video looks a little different because this is my first time using my new Hobolite kit. One thing that's unique about their lighting is the evenness of the spread. Rather than just lighting from the center out, it's evenly lit from edge to edge, which is why this video looks so much better. And if you want to check out Hobolite, click the link below and use the code DAVE5 for a discount. So a big thank you to Hobolite for sponsoring this channel. The third thing, and honestly, this one is probably one of the most important things for me, is that I can show you a greater body of work and give more retention to that work on YouTube with a longer shelf life than I can on Instagram. So if you think about your Instagram post, you have a carousel of up to 10 images, and if you cut an image in half and do a double swipe, I do that pretty often, you're just trimming that even down further. Most of my videos where I'm doing photography, I'm sharing 15 to 30 photos per video. And on Instagram, you open it up and you can just swipe through a carousel really fast. My photos are on the screen for several seconds and let you have the ability to just kind of take it in. I have way more control over sharing my photography as a bigger collection of work, a longer experience. Like, as a photographer, why would I not want those things? YouTube is a great platform because I get to control your experience of viewing the work that I have created. And because you can work in video clips as well, you get to tell a bigger story than just like, oh, here's 10 images for you to quickly swipe through and try to figure out all the context around it. No, I can bring you with me. I can take you to that spot, show you what's going on around in a wider view, and then my photo might be more punched in. I mean, you see this? I get to control that narrative and storytelling aspect, which is why we do photography anyway. I also love that I can easily link a greater body of work even than the YouTube channel just right below without you having to go to my profile, click some link tree or bio site link, and then from there navigate to whatever I want you to see and then have to keep that updated and current. I can just put a link right below and say, view these images, and then I can link you to my portfolio or to a blog on my website or some other place where you get to continue an experience that I have gotten to curate. And you do it with one single click from a description, not having to go to the bio and then click a link and then click somewhere else. As a photographer, I want to show you what I've made, and I want to do it efficiently and quickly and get you there without you having to work too hard to see it. YouTube allows people to be part of the things that I've made in a much more engaging way than Instagram ever has. All right, so the fourth thing that I have on my list is that YouTube forces you to be authentically you. You can't hide behind a screen of anonymity. It's kind of a double-edged sword because we get to see the real you, and it's like you're getting to see the real me, and you have to hear my voice and see my mannerisms and who I am and go on the journeys that I go on. But you also, if I'm truly an authentic person and I'm trying to just be me on here, which I believe most people on YouTube have to do because it's easy to curate yourself when you're not having to have any interaction, but it's very difficult to carry a persona unless you're like a professional actor or actress. It's very difficult to carry some fake persona on the screen. It's just not sustainable. Eventually, you're gonna get burned out with that. I can't do it. But the double-edged sword part is that you also get to experience my weaknesses in real time. I'm pretty open about them. I don't mind sharing them. I've had some videos where I share some things that I'm struggling with, like the video I did last summer about imposter syndrome. And if you go through my channel's history, you're going to see some videos about the struggle of this art because it's not just all highlight reels and like bangers I'm posting all the time. No, like you see a fuller body of work. You see me, authentically me, my strengths, my weaknesses. You get to see me. And in the same way, we get to see you. When you're doing the YouTube thing, we get to know your personality a little bit, even if you're not talking, just by having a bigger body of work and showing us kind of the context that you're working within, we learn about who you are as a photographer and as a creative. And you just can't hide that stuff on YouTube like you can on Instagram. Okay, the fifth and final reason why YouTube is the absolute best place for a photographer to share their work is the community. And I don't mean like some superficial, like the community of photographers or the community of YouTubers. No, I mean just like people are on YouTube and they are just way more engaging as a community than they are on Instagram. For instance, it's a pretty rare day that I get a string of emojis in a comment. It's a very rare day. In fact, I can't think of a single time I have had a spam comment on my channel in the 15 months that I have existed. And I have had thousands upon thousands of comments. I can't think of one that was spam. Now, definitely some that were crazy, rude, mean-spirited. Those people are gone. They're blocked from this channel. In fact, you may be watching right now, or maybe you left a comment like that before and you don't even realize how the feature of block user from channel works. You still get to watch my channel, you still get to write comments, but I don't see them and no one else does either. So if you're a rude commenter on someone's channel, there's a good chance you're the only one writing and seeing your comments. Great feature, YouTube. I don't get spam, I don't get random emojis, I get people sharing their thoughts, sharing their experiences and their opinions and their life in the comments, which then I engage back with either a thank you for sharing or I engage in that conversation, like whatever it looks like, whatever I can do, I try to do that is appropriate for the comments that I get. I also get emails, DMs every single week, sometimes daily, from people that have come over to me from this channel. And the best part is that I have made real life friends and collaborated with people because of YouTube. When I think about guys like Dwayne, the cable car legend of San Francisco, link right above. Or I think about Paolo Cipriani, who I met this past summer, link above. Or even meeting Ansley recently down in the desert just a few weekends ago, link above. These are all people that I met because of this channel, community that I now have because of this channel. Community is really the best part of being a creative. It's connecting with other creatives and learning and sharing and inspiring one another. And that happens best, I think, on YouTube. If you are a photographer and you're trying to share your work and put your work out there for others to see, don't think that it has to be Instagram or nothing, or that Instagram is really where the party is. I personally think, as I've made this case, that YouTube is the absolute best place for you to post your work. And maybe you disagree, totally fine. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think. And I would love for you to send me your new channel if you're starting one, or ask questions. You can ask me anything. I'm an open book. I will happily tell you everything that I've learned. Just ask. You can DM me, leave a comment, email me, whatever it is. Thank you guys so much for watching, for being part of the community that I've just been sharing about. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to sub, follow along, and I'll see you guys next time.